Hello, everyone. So, when you're recovering from anxiety, how much reassurance is helpful? Reassurance and reminders, how much of it becomes desperate reassurance and using videos, tools, techniques as a bit of a crutch, or keeping on going to the videos, to your sources for comfort, asking people, am I going to be okay, feeding the voice of doubt. It gets tricky because we're sensitized, right? So the voice of doubt is there and it makes it tricky to think about, well, how much is too much? What's a useful reminder? What's a helpful reminder? When is my reassurance seeking actually inhibiting my progress? So that is what I'm talking about today. How much reassurance is helpful when it comes to anxiety? So I think one of the final videos in the anxiety cure series, I encourage you to cultivate your voice of wisdom. So any reassurance that's coming from your place, from your voice of wisdom, is good, positive, helpful reassurance, and we need to cultivate that. We do absolutely need to reassure ourselves and remind ourselves what's going on, why we're anxious, how we got into this state, and that in time the adrenaline will dissipate and the current fear that you're feeling, the current symptoms that are scaring you will come to an end. So we just need to use our voice of wisdom as much as possible to do the reassuring. And these are the examples. It feels awful right now. It feels really tough. It's important to acknowledge that this sucks. This is bloody hard at times, and it's okay to acknowledge that. We don't want to be robotic about our practice. We don't want to be so neutral that we don't have any feelings. It's okay to acknowledge this is hard. That's why I do all the videos. So it's important to say, this sucks right now. It's really tough. I got lost in that symptom, lost in that worry, but I know what this is. And then you might put on a video to remind yourself what this is, to hear someone else talk about it. That's really useful. What's useful with the videos, reading books, is that you're practicing and you're going back to the videos to remind yourself. That's how we rewire, with repetition, hearing the same words over and over, practicing over and over, going back to the coach, the tennis coach, to perfect your technique. Oh, you've just lost your way a little bit here. You've adjusted your stance. You've adjusted your grip the wrong way. It's the same with forming a new habit. We do need to see the coach. We do need to watch the videos again, and we do need to give ourselves reminders because we've got years of doing things a different way. So those old neural pathways are there. So we have to keep intervening to break the cycle, but we want to do it in as positive, a confident way as much as possible. Now, initially, there's going to be lots of fear drawing you to the videos, and that's okay. But what we don't want to do is just watch the videos and wait for someone to say, this symptom's okay, it's just anxiety. Yes, you will recover, and then go, and then go back into daily life, getting busy, distracting yourself, and doing no practice. Where reassurance becomes helpful is if you're asking ChatGPT, you're watching a video of mine to help you feel okay in the moment. That's unhelpful reassurance because you're just getting a bit of relief. You're dropping your sensitization levels a tiny bit, feels a bit better in the moment, and you go back to being busy and being sensitized because you're not practicing. So we want to be practicing using the reminders. It's okay at times when we're in a setback to get the reassurance as long as we're practicing and we're trying our best throughout it. If we're just using these reminders as a bit of a crutch or the reassurance as a crutch and not practicing, then we're not shifting the needle when it comes to sensitization. We're just staying here and we're not moving forward. And we're just doing what we used to do is, go to the doctor for reassurance, ask a friend for reassurance, ask Google for reassurance, which is obviously fraught with problems. So reminders, absolutely important. They're part of rewiring the brain. The principles of neuroplasticity say that we need to hear these messages over and over again. We need to remind ourselves of what we're doing because when fear comes, it's hard. But we also want to start to take the learnings from the videos, from the book, whatever source you get it from, and start to use those words ourselves to coach ourselves through it. It's great to watch the videos, but you want to become your own guru with this, your own teacher ultimately. So we want to shift towards doing that over and over, and that you rely on the videos less and less. I'd love you to be watching my channel all the time. That's great to build up the audience, but you don't need to be doing it. We want to use it in a constructive, positive way. It's okay to do it at times when you're in high fear. That's part of the process, but we want to be weaning ourselves off that slowly and ensure that we're translating what's happening in the video into practice, coming back for reminders and coaching ourselves through using the words ourselves that you hear in the videos for yourself, coming from a place of your voice of wisdom. So reassurance is fine, reminders are fine in that context. I hope that helps. All the best with it. If you've got any questions, as always, let me know. Take care.